Yeah. So this is said game in question. Indie game. I got given this by the developers. So yeah. Ooh. Curious. I'll go with that car. This is the game in question. So we're playing this today. So I guess yeah, we'll see how we get on. I don't really know how the controls work, but I think it is just the same as it should be. Accelerate. Use the triggers.
3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
Ooh, okay. Usual top-down 3D perspective game. Relatively straightforward. So, as I was saying, this is an indie game. Yeah. Always had to really go so like go go go. Does it do like lab 2? Wonder. No, it doesn't. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I was given this by the developers. Fairly simple, basic in design. I'm fairly certain this is very reminiscent of the Nintendo Wii, so WiiWare games. So we'll see how that one goes. Now, I don't know anything about the. I mean, the handling is fairly basic. There's nothing for fastest lap by the looks of it, so we have a total in-game timer. That's about it. I don't know anything about if there's. It doesn't feel like there's a drift mechanic. It just kind of the car's a bit grippy. It can drift if needs be. So we'll see how this goes. Might not get through everything in one go, I'll be honest. But again, we shall see. There we go. On the first race. Nice. Okay, so there's no audio for the finishing position. That's been noted. Turns you to... Okay, so it returns you back to the main menu as well. That's interesting.
3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
Now, that's another thing as well. You do seem to stick onto cars if you get stuck behind them. So, a bit too sticky with cars, I think. That sounds bad, doesn't it? Sorry, you get stuck to some of the cars. There doesn't seem to be any sort of penalty system for hitting the cones on the outskirts of the track, so that's interesting. I mean, to be honest, my reviews tend to be I'll probably mention it as I go. I can sum them up at least near the end. So I think the environments look quite good for what they are. Granted, there's no people in the grandstand, so I think maybe having... It doesn't sound bad, cardboard cutouts would still be a good idea to have. I'm fairly certain the budget could have allowed for that. Obviously, its graphic style, I'm not going to call it completely unique, because I think there are games that do a more unique art style. Like, this does feel very much like a game, and that's not a bad thing. I will just say that. I think a lot of games try too hard with the whole realism bull crap, in my opinion. Whereas this game knows what it is, knows what it will be, and it's long to the point. That is a case of you beat a race, there you go. Yeah, so there's no sound effect if you win, which is a bit of a shame. So I think that's definitely an improvement. Something like that would be nice. So it seems like there's 8 races to do the novice. Now, I'm curious as to how big the step is between the novice and their hard difficulty, personally speaking. So, apparently, yeah, this game, as you were saying, King, this game is on sale for £3. Again, fairly basic. I think as I was saying before, I think in my honest opinion, very much very much a WiiWare style game. Reminds me very much of Driftmania, which is what we showed off at Macraeathon earlier this year. Say earlier this year. Literally about just short of a month ago. So yeah, reminds me very much of that, which gives it very much 2006, 2007 era sort of game vibes, I guess. Reminds me very much of early indie style video games, and granted, indie style is indie games when they're in the early days at least didn't have a certain pizzazz to them. In terms of the actual track designs, I think that given the fact that you can complete them, you don't really need to use the you don't really need to use the brakes too much. There isn't a drift button that allows throwing the cars around the corner at speed better.
3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
I also feel like that go, go, go is ripped from somewhere. I feel like I've heard it in another game before. Or it's very close to another game. I would say something like Crash Bash or something. No, I'm probably miles off that, to be honest. Yeah, so you get stuck on cars. Other cars can slow you down. If they start to push you, they slow you down. I think it's a bit cheap to do said thing. It does remind me very much of a case of maybe the 90s, early 2000s. Most of the 90s with the game, I suppose, in a way. Now, the music to me doesn't sound too familiar, which isn't a bad thing. That's a good thing in my opinion, because you don't want to have music that's too similar to other games. Very much the retro vibe. I think as well, I can hear the loop a little bit in the music, which, okay, fair enough, but also doesn't sound great. In terms of like positives, like I said, I think nice it's another indie racing game. The races are quite short, so that should keep you entertained. For £4, I think you're definitely getting your money's worth. I don't think you're getting too much more than that. I do think that there is a lot of stuff that could do an improvement. So improvement wise, definitely hard for in terms of what you would pay for this. I think £4 would be about the right amount.
3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
And also, what's really bizarre is that you start 11th. Which is very odd, because normally you have an even number when it comes to a racing game. You don't really have 5, 7, 9, 11 drivers. It's usually like 6, 8, 10, 12, or 4 if you go the other way. I'll be honest as well, like, this is a bit of a weird nitpick, but I think games that have odd numbers for the amount of AIs is really friggin' weird, and it rubs me the wrong way, to be honest. I don't know if that's just me being very nitpicky, but there's like 1 or 2 racing games I played where it's like, oh, you're up against 2 other AI, and there's 3 of you, and I'm like, where's the 4th? Why is there not 4? I don't know why I can't handle it being an even number compared to an odd number. Yeah, I can't handle it being an odd number when it should be an even number, in my opinion. Physics-wise, again, fairly basic in what it wants to do. I think that the art style, the more I look at it now, the more it reminds me of Art of Rally, which is not a bad thing, really, all things considered. But yeah, I think definitely something where you finish first, second, or third, just either like a different jingle, depending, would be nice. So yeah, see where we get to. I might end up beating this game a lot faster than I think. If that's the case, then maybe I should slow down a bit. Yeah, so as you'd expect, novice not putting up a challenge. I think that's to be expected. That's a good thing. To be honest, I think if the AI was too hard at novice, then personally speaking, I would say, oh, they're a bit too easy and stuff. But then this is someone that plays a hell of a lot of racing games, not simulation, but you know, has played like a fair few racing games. Especially something like Victor Heat Rally, where the difficulty spike is ridiculous on certain levels and certain stages. Yeah, what else? What else? Controls, again, like I said, just to go back to that real quick. I think control-wise, car's fairly grippy, drifts very easily, but also it's very easy to control when the car's drifting. I would not be surprised, personally speaking, if this game was put on mobile devices, because I think it would suit a touchscreen quite well. Which is, that sounds probably really bad, because I know that like certain indie games go for the whole like modern approach, where it's like, oh, you know, we want to make it sell to the public audience. I think that picking this up for £4 isn't a steal, but I wouldn't say it's not worth the money. I'd say it's about just right. But if they were to put this onto a mobile device, I think it would fit the platform perfect. Given the physics of the cars, I think I could see, you know, young kids and people buying this for the kids. Like, I wouldn't say flying off the shelves, but I would say they definitely would consider buying it and playing it with the kids, or just like getting the kids to play it. But again, I could be completely wrong on that one. So, again, we'll see. Also, one thing that's just got me. So, the startup, when you're loading into a race, is very reminiscent of something like GT Pro Series for the Wii. Again, another classic racing series. It was a Game Boy Advance game called GT Advance, then got called GT Pro Series. There was a GameCube version called GT Cube. And again, that reminds me, this whole dilemma reminds me very much of that. Also, I just realised something. I've got two maps, one on both sides. That's very fascinating. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's a very interesting one. So rather than they give you the option on the map to be static or to rotate, there's one that follows you from your perspective, and there's another one that follows you from a top-down perspective, which is very interesting. I don't think there's any way you can turn one off or the other, but the fact they've included both, I don't know if anybody else noticed the two maps. I've only just noticed that there's a map. I'm looking always in the bottom right corner, not the bottom left. I've always just realised there's a map in the bottom left corner, which is interesting. Yeah, the cones do knock over. If I knock a cone over, it will knock it over, which is really good. I don't think the physics are too bad for when it comes to knocking items over, so always good. Now, again, as I was saying, these novice races will be easy. I think that's kind of obvious. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of, oh, you only need this amount of points or this amount of wins to progress. 3, 2, a bit further 1. Up. I think that would be nice to have that. Now, I don't know what the minimum is, but I presume winning all the races unlocks the next one. I don't believe that if I finish 2nd or 3rd in this, I'll end up unlocking the next set of tracks, but I could be wrong. I guess we'll find that out as we get closer to close to the last one. And the other thing is as well, I suppose, whilst we're on the subject of, oh yeah, you could use this on a touch screen and things like that, I also think that this could work quite well when considering like online multiplayer, for example. Because I think all the cars, from what it sounds like, or from what it seems like, all the cars are fairly evenly matched. So, yeah, there you go. Also, just ride the curbs for no reason, because why not? And there is different soundtracks, so again, we've got a bit of variety in music, which is always a good sign as well. Not the best retro style music I've ever heard. I'd say there are games out there with better soundtracks. Fair play, I guess, to the developer and the soundtrack, putting the soundtrack together. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. Would I say it's memorable? Probably not. But again, like I said, not the worst game ever. So yeah. And with that, finally beat all the races. Obviously. Very nice. And it seems like that. So based off the Steam achievements, as well, I keep getting Steam achievements for finishing third in certain ones. So yeah. Also, let's go with a different car, shall we? That's the same as the first one, isn't it? Go with that. Also, menu music's pretty good. I like that. Oh, the Junior series, apparently.
3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
So, blimey. Is this car a lot faster than the rest, or am I just being stupid? I definitely picked the next class, didn't I? Ooh. Ooh! Either I didn't see this part of the track last time, or I did. Now, here's the thing. I do have a question regarding this. Have they made the AI harder, or have the tracks just been extended to make it feel like the game is harder? Because I have a feeling it's very much the case if we made the tracks longer so you play the game for longer. Because I'm still beating the AI by some distance here. The game's AI is not putting up a fight. So, I don't know, we'll see. If that's the case, if I do 8 races, I've done 8, I've done 1 class, and there's 4 classes, that means I've got 32 races that I've got to do. Oh, I guess we'll blast through them and see what we get. Just a shame it's like, oh, you have to finish at least 3rd in the races, which is like, yeah, okay, great. But then it's a case of, is there not achievements for those that can finish 1st in everything? Also, outside of the garage, it doesn't consider anything else. Like, you can't customize your cars. You have to pick out of the cars available to you. And I don't know if you can hear the car. Yeah, hearing that is gonna get annoying fairly quickly. There we go. Again, fairly basic with its after it, like I said, the fact that it kicks you back to the menu isn't great, but
3, 2, 1.
Also, this looks like an interesting track. The speedometer telling me how fast I'll be going would be nice. Yeah, AI's putting up a fight. Nice. So that's another thing as well. Does my car, or is this just AI being bad, but does it seem like my car has a speed advantage? Also, I went off the road then and I didn't slow down. That's... See what I mean about the AI can slow me down? If I try and do it to them, I don't get slowed down. Sorry, no. If I do that to them, they don't slow down, but if they do it to me, I get slowed down. Also, because the music's not great, it feels quite repetitive. I probably will turn it off and put my own on, to be honest. What I do with most game soundtracks, unless they're actually good. Last lap. I do think, like, in terms of other improvements, I think having something that tells you what your last lap was, or your fastest lap, definitely coming useful. Maybe having something say final lap, or show on the screen to say final lap, rather than you just having to manually look at the counter, I think is definitely improvements for the game. Handling wise, again, I suppose it being basic isn't a bad thing. You know, I'm not looking for simulation drifting here. So it being arcade-ish and stuff like that isn't a bad thing, so happy days. I think we got near the end. There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say there's nothing as well that like shows where the finish line is on the map, which again is a bit crap. So that's not great either. Turn the music off on that one. Before I do that though, play my own. I suppose that'll work. Nice. I don't see why not. Have this on.
3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
Yeah. Can have the can hear the car sounds better now. They have got sound effects for drifting as well. Jesus. Ah. There's a hairpin coming up. Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of stumped as to what to make of this. I think there's, like I said, there's a fair few improvements to make. But like I said, I'm not trying to be really picky about the game and say, oh, it's crap, they didn't do a good job. I think that, yeah, for £4, you get what you pay for. I do think that anything above £5, this might be a bit too much, to be honest. But again, they put it on for £4, so fair play. If they were charging like £15 for this, I think I'd be like, no, I don't think so. Sorry to the developers. I know that I'm not trying to, you know, make you feel bad or anything like that. You've done a good job. It's just a case of it's more oriented towards the you know, kids and tablets and that sort of thing, touch screens, that sort of thing. So yeah. Has anyone else got anything they want to talk about? Oh, by that I mean, has anyone got any thoughts on this?
1. Go, go, go!
I was talking about this. Like I said, I'm just trying to be fair on this because I think that, at the end of the day, someone or a team has put time and effort into this. And I don't want to just quickly turn around and go, "This is crap. You should have done better," because that's probably what a AAA developer would have said to him. It's like a case of there is pluses, there are negatives. I'll be honest, there are certain driving games and racing games that I played that have come from the indie market. Some are better, but some are worse. This is definitely not one of the worst I played. I will be completely straight on that. There was one game I played that was a race game, and the handling was so bad. I don't remember the name of the game, but it was bloody awful. And yeah, this game is definitely better than that. It plays, but there's more depth, and the handling is actually good compared to that. But against something like Victor Heat Rally or Rush Rally, I think, yeah, possibly not, to be honest. Again, track layouts, some are basic, but again, they do the job. The basics. There we go. And I crossed the line. So like that'd be good as well. And I crossed the line. Junior Series. Shadow Coast. Interested?
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay,
go,
so
go.
environments are definitely repeating themselves fairly quickly. Like I said, I think the designs of the cars are original. And the paint jobs do look nice. Some are very weird, but some do make the cars stand out. But again, nothing wrong with that. Like I said, graphical style, visual wise, I'm driving a purple car with a frigging green stripe through it. Some cars have got very bizarre colours on them. I've seen some very bizarre colours on some cars. I don't know. I seem to lose the AI pretty easy on like the left-right hairpins like that. AI's just like, yep, gone. Yeah, so like a line, I think on the mini map to show where the start finish line is, or like just something to signify a start finish would be good. Because we've got you versus AI, so something like that for the map would work. There we go. Got it, nice. But yeah, something like for this. I mean, it sounds stupid. It's like you're a part thing going. Bird. I don't know, but something like that might also work as well.
3, 2, 1, go!
Interesting
go, go.
design choice for this track. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm getting boxed in. What are you doing? Get off it, get off it. Ooh. Get off it, get off. Yeah, so this is what I mean, sticky physics. Not a fan of that. So like, if I get stuck behind someone, it's like, oh, that's it now. I'm latched onto them. Can't bloody get off the damn buggers. So that was one lap, goddamn. There was a fair bit of track involved that one lap, actually. Now, whether it's just me and I'm just able to win easily, I don't know. But I think that the AI does have some interesting tactics. Like, they break very easily, so getting past them seems to be a breeze on certain tracks. Like, for example, I seem to still be winning fairly easily. Maybe the AI are getting harder and I'm just not learning the tracks as well. Or just not doing too well with tracks, I don't know. Well, it still seems like... It still feels like I'm winning a bit too easily. Maybe I could be wrong, but... Yeah, I don't know. Barely. To be honest, I'm barely using brakes. Evening, Fairful. How's it going? I'm letting off the gas if I'm going a bit too quick. I can use the brakes. I think I use the brakes more at the start, but then when you're out in front, you don't need to use them. It's warm, I bet. I've got 2 more races to do, and then we move on to the third section. Now, the tracks are different. I will say that the tracks are different layouts. Like, they're not repeating the tricks of, oh, let's just have the same environment but change everything else. That makes sense. It's, yeah, not too bad. It's been warm here last couple of days as well. Fairful, not the only one. Ooh. Got a hairpin come up. Ooh. Stop pushing me, stop pushing me. See what I mean by I can't get past them. They push me, I slow down. I push them, don't slow them down at all. Basically cheating. Technically speaking, I'm cutting corners to get ahead, so it's... I suppose it swings and roundabouts, is it not? But like drifting, for example. I don't really know how to come out of the other side as fast. Like the environments don't seem to slow you down too much. Same with going over curbs. So I don't really know like how you can nerf yourself. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am being nerfed. I just don't feel like I am. I've constantly got the gas. Like foot to the ground. Constantly flooring it. Like I said, I think anything above £5 would probably be a bit like, that's kind of overdoing it, I think. Also, I can't even skip that animation either. There's nothing to skip it. I do agree as well with what King was saying before about how kicking you back to the main bit is a bit crap.
1. Go, go, go!
Also, when I did the first race, it said Junior Series. Now it says Senior.
This is a race! Nobody move! Everybody up against that wall!
It's alright. Oh, good timing. What was you playing, Mentalo? Thanks for the raid, man. Oh. Ow. Oh. The Nightclub LA remix on PSP. Ooh, very nice. What's it like? I've heard that it's like they managed to cram in Nightclub LA on the PSP. Actually, that much easier, but damn. Yeah, go ahead. I felt a bit too easy doing that then. I played a little bit of Midnight Club 3 on PSP. I only played like 2 seconds of LA Remix. Well, that's it. I've not actually like, played it. I do have it. But it's a lot easier though, I'm surprised. Huh. Do you get like any extra cities though on LA Remix, or is it just... Yeah, or is it just... Or is it anything else after you finish the main game? I think Midnight Club 3 had that other one. Also, Harrison Jr.'s done. So here's an interesting one. So some of these races had Junior Series, but this had Senior Series in here. Oh, you have Tokyo as well. Ooh.
3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
Right. We now got harder AI, I wonder. Ah, I thought Tokyo was in Midnight Club 3. I didn't think it was in the PSP version. I didn't think there was anything in LA. That's interesting. How odd. It's in Midnight Club 3, but not in the PSP version. Ah. Interesting. That's probably what I was thinking of then. The PS2 version, not the PSP version. Also, welcome to Super Engine GT Turbo SPEC, an indie racing game. Cost about £4 on Steam. I got given it for review purposes, so that's what I'm doing. Playing it through. I think we will finish it fairly quickly. Never heard of it. It came out not too long ago. Like I said, I was fortunate enough to get the. To get a version of the game. Try that. We're going through it. I'm just reviewing its gremlins, but also its positives.
3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
There is music. I've turned it off, put my own on, but that's because I think that the music is okay. I think that it does get repetitive pretty quick, and the loops can be bad sometimes. Hence the reason why we're on this. Go. We're on the 3rd series out of 4, by the way. So there's 8 races per series, it seems. So 32 races altogether. Isn't too many. It's quick to beat them, I think. Yeah, I think we've got quite a bit on. In terms of, like I said, this week, just a fair bit on. I have Sonic Drift practice, which I'm going to be doing. And then also Outrun 2006 as well. But apart from that, there we go. Doesn't like the air is getting any faster, the track's just getting a bit more complex. Yeah, it feels like it. Very much feels like it. I mean, the way that the game is, And the way it's set out on the menu feels very much like, and given that the limited sound effects as well, feels very much like this is more meant for the mobile market than PC market.
3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
I think £4 for it on PC and maybe like what, $2.50 or something on mobile phones or tablets, I think would probably be a more fair price, fair market, to be honest. Personally speaking. Yeah, I don't want the developers to take that the wrong way. If you weren't considering the mobile market or you want to try and sell this on the PC market, probably best to try your luck on the mobile market. I mean, maybe they've got plans to improve it, but I still think, regardless of what you do to this game, I think there's a lot more that needs to be into it. That this is going to sound really friggin' bizarre, but I think there's a lot more that needs to be put into it to make it more eligible to be a PC game that I'd buy and play. Because after this, like, the whole, like, so the perspective that you're looking at for the cars, right? This is nothing new. It's something that you've seen in, like, Micro Machines, Art of Rally in recent years. You know, there's nothing wrong with that makes it a mobile game. That's not what makes it a mobile game. The graphics are what make it a mobile game. It's more down to the handling of the cars, plus the game, plus the very basic concept. So it's that sort of thing, I think, more than anything else.
3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
I seem to be getting a cheap strat, which is I keep getting on up the inside on the corners, and the AI just doesn't seem to have an answer for me. Which is kind of funny, really, because it's just like, yep, don't have an answer. I can push them wide, and then they could try and come back onto the racing line. It's like, there you go. Yeah, no worries, Antelo. No worries. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. I'll catch up with you soon enough, though. Don't you worry. We'll get some food. Ooh. The other thing is, as well, is that here's a weird one. So the AI seems to be really good in corners, whereas I'm really good on a straight. So on a straight, I can catch up. Or even push them wide. So like that, for example, to get ahead, it's just dead easy. On a corner, they can catch me. So I suppose they have balanced it out a little bit, but it still feels too easy. There we go. There we go.
Three, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
Plus, I can jump like how many cars on the start? Fair few. The idea to get past them quickly seems to be just don't touch them. The less touching you do, the less they can slow you down. Even when I do get stuck, they just push me from behind anyway. See, when they drift, they lose speed as well, so I don't know. I don't know what actually How it all works with them slowing down, me catching up, I have no idea. Oh, there was actually something I did yesterday. At the Japanese car show, it was like yesterday, some guy had a copy of... He had the original PS1, the copy of Gran Turismo. And he was doing like a fastest lap challenge out of 2 laps. And it was a high-speed ring with the Mazda... What was it? Some old Mazda. I got, I think, 3rd or 4th. I was very close 3rd. Anyway,
3.
you played this before,
2,
I said.
1.
For about 5 minutes, yeah. That's it. I've never done a speedrun. I've never fully played Gran Turismo 1. I just thought it was funny that you thought I've just done all that before, played it all before. I was like, no, I've only played, like, my main one was Gran Turismo 3, to be honest. I never really liked the first 2, personally speaking. I wasn't a fan of Gran Turismo 1 and 2. But by the time I got to them, I'd already played 3, so my standards were a bit higher than if I'd played the PS1 games first. That was quite good, actually. It made a change. It made a change. I'll say that much. The tracks appear to vary in length. A lot of them are, like, even at max attack, it does seem like at most 2.5 minutes. So they're still short and sweet, which is good. That's not a bad thing. Having a short and sweet setup does work quite well. Can work in your favour. Got a hairpin. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, really. You know, with, like I said, with how short some of the tracks are and stuff like that, I think it is more a case of emphasis. It's built for the more mobile tablet market, mobile games market, than PC game. That's my main thing I'll say on it. Two more races, then we finish the senior series. Jesus Christ.
3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
Oh, we're on the friggin' outside of them all. Thing is, my top speed, I'm only just ahead of them at top speed. Oh, come on. I'm pulling away. Hey, see, that's what I mean. I'm pulling away. Just like that. Oh. Alright, one more. One more to go. And we're done with the third series. It says Stone Harbor Pro Series, but it's still the senior series.
3, 2, 1.
So I'm now wondering,
Go!
is this just a case of them trying to jump ahead, or they didn't figure out which... Like, that's another thing as well. If you're going to put a race in the senior series, don't make it say Pro Series. I knew I wasn't seeing things, and it was like, yeah, the races are in the wrong series for some reason. It's really friggin' bizarre, but it's really stupid as well. Like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't get that. It's like, okay, we have a race for you. Oh, do you? Yeah, we do. Okay, what's the race? It's in the wrong series, though. Yeah, I think so. Oh, come on. Can we catch him? Got a corner him easily. I mean, still minded to pull away. Albeit only just pulling away. Right, okay. So, that's that series done. Let's change car. Going with... Yeah, go on then. Have that. Pro Series. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Go!
Ooh. Where's the first corner? It's a right-hander. Uh-oh. Not good. I was like, hang on a minute, what's the first corner? Is it a left or a right? Whoa. No. I've got to go right. Side. So how long's this one gonna be? That's a good question. Come on. It looks like... I think the AI's speed has sped up slightly. I'm still catching them, but only just. Yeah, see, if I cut the corners on the inside, I'm able to pull away and gain advantage from that. It's kind of stupid, but whatever. Okay, one more lap to go. One more lap. Alright. Nice. One done. One race done. I am curious now. What do I get if I win everything? Apart from the achievement,
3,
obviously.
2,
Do I get any
1.
credits?
Go, go,
Is that
go!
how I activate the credits? Oh my god. No, no, no. No! Stop pushing me. Stop it. Oh boy. It's actually kind of funny, 'cause it's just like, out of all the games I played racing-wise, it's one of them games where you eventually get into the zone. PGR4 had this effect, except it was a simcade. Ouch. That's another thing as well, no damage. So if you hit a wall or something hard enough, you don't get into any damage. Or you don't get any damage from other cars or other collisions. Also, they've dipped this corner in more on this one for some reason. Okay. Made it a slightly harder track. It's slightly longer as well. That's kind of to my advantage. If the track is longer, it means I have more to pounce on. God's sake. Doesn't help as you get corners like that where there's nothing on. Okay, here we go. One lap to catch this guy. On. There you go, put him into the wall, and there you go. Again, you can win, you fight dirty and still win. This is also where I find that I don't win this race. Viper Valley. Of course there's a race called this.
3, 2.
This is where I don't
1.
win this race.
Go, go, go!
Oh Christ, it's the first corner and it's a hairpin. Oh no. Oh god, okay. Ooh. Come on, come on. Up the inside. There we go. Okay. We're doing well so far. Oh crap, this is a very short track, because I think after this hairpin, that's it. I think that is the end of the lap. Yeah, it is. Ooh. Man. Jesus. Uh-oh. Okay, I've got to try and pass this guy, and yeah. Ooh. Ah! No! Get off! Get off! Off! Oh my god, man. Man, move! Get off! Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna win this. Actually, I'm not gonna win this. The hell? Oh, you can reset.
3, 2.
Yeah, the one race I can't win.
Go, go,
What do you
go!
know? Jesus Christ. This is so stupid. Again, I'm not even kidding.
2.
That sticky physics
Go,
is
go,
such BS. It's now coming back to bite me in the ass. I hate it. Also, another thing as well. I can't move.
3.
If I get stuck to a car, I can't
1.
move.
Go, go, go!
That is ridiculous. Honestly, developers are stupid for putting this in. It's a cheap tactic and it's stupid. Honestly. Whichever idiot thought this was a good idea put this in on the development team is stupid. It's just a cheap tactic. It really is. I have to have a decent somewhat start. Okay, so I'm pulling away from that. It's actually one track that has given me some sort of trouble. The rest haven't. I think it's because it's got my name in it. That's what I'm putting down to. It's got my name in it. It's testing that I don't win it. That's what I'm putting it down to. That what says that I start winning the rest? I'm like, see.
3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
Where's the finish line? I get push him into the wall, sure. Yeah, and now all of a sudden I'm winning. Coincidence? I think not. That's the one track that's giving me some sort of grief. The rest haven't. Or is that because have I just jinxed that now? I don't know. I know, yeah. We've got another one after this as well. Got another game after this. There we go. Nice. Another win. Phoenix Rise.
3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
What a crap start. No. Oh, no. I'm not having that. No,
3,
no.
2,
Not having
1.
that. Not with them
Go, go,
bullshit
go.
sticky physics, no. Oh, no, you don't. Okay, this is a short track, so I have to work my way up quickly. If I don't, then I fall behind and I lose. Like where third is there, where second is. Come on. Oh, okay, and into the wall you go. Eesh. Nope, not having it. Nope. It's on off. There we go. Oh. Oh dear. Yes. Right, so 5 done. 3 to go. Last 3.
3,
Eagle run.
2, 1. Go, go, go!
Oh man. See, I put my brakes on then. The AI friggin' just powers past me. Oh. Come on. There we go. Yeah, there you go. Hey, he's fair play. Fair friggin' play. Oh, no you don't. No, 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 no. Stop it. Stop pushing me. Wheel to wheel stuff, folks. Look at this. It was. I mean, I'm still having to try a little bit to fend him off. I'll be honest. Like, try and just push him off, you know. Come on. Come on. Yes. 2 races to go.
Three, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
Has it got a... Oh. I just saw what's coming up. Oh no. Oh. Well then. Oh no. No, no, no. Stay behind me. Stay back! Stay back! Okay. One more lap. We should be able to hold him off. At least, I hope so. There we go. One more. The last race. Shadow Ridge. First position. Pretty sure he's not supposed to say that, but yeah, alright.
Go, go, go!
I've got to beat him first. I get that's, again, another oversight by the developers. Proofreading code, folks, it helps. Right, so I have to do... How many hairpins? 1. The AI is really, like, turned up a notch, huh? Oh, get off me. I don't really know if I'm going to catch the first time first, to be honest. No, 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 no. Yes! Yes! What do I get? What do I get? What do I get? What do I get? I get nothing. That's it. GG, I've beat the game. I've got 100%. I won everything. Okay, so. I get nothing, apparently. Do I get credits? Nothing? There is no credits. You can erase data. I'm not doing that again. Okay, so. Now that I've got time to play it, I've played it and beat the whole thing. Let's assess the damage. So, soundtrack not very memorable. Loops a bit, can be quite repetitive. It's made me want to put my own music on. That's not a great thing, but it's to keep you sane, I suppose. Whilst racing games are usually very much about the same thing over and over. Sense of speed is very basic. Reminds me of something of a WiiWare game from 2006, 2007. Art style, whilst simplistic in its design, the game would fit more on a mobile platform above everything else. The 4 series is the car handles fairly basic, but that's what you want. Again, it'd be a perfect fit for a mobile device, that sort of device, or tablet even. No credits if you beat every game in every race in first place. Car sounds not very memorable, I'll be honest. Races being called Pro Series when they're in the Senior, Junior Series when they're in the Novice. Yeah, you get the idea. So, like, there's clearly an oversight somewhere, and it carries on down to the last race, Pro Series, where it just says first place, which isn't very good. Why the super long name? I don't know for the game, but fair enough. Yeah, would probably port this over to, like, so the game's on sale for £4 on Steam. Would probably pay that for the amount of game I've got. To be honest, it's £4 you probably wouldn't want to make a purchase with, but I think if you were to sell it on a tablet or on the iOS store or something like that, mobile devices, probably put it on for like £2.50. That sort of thing, or a couple of bucks, euros. I think maybe €4 or something, or €2. Oh, I don't know, probably like €3, maybe £2.50, €3, round about there. Yeah, like I said, fairly simplistic. Thanks very much for the Steam key, but not really a PC title in my opinion. More of a mobile ported to PC. If it was meant as a PC project, then a lot more effort could be made to make the game better. But I think that the other downside is that by having more in there, I think it would still make it a mobile game. The menus seem very mobilistic, but then again, maybe that's just me. The fact that there's no car statistics means you can pick any car. Nice choice of cars and colour schemes, I will say. But whilst you can confirm whichever car you want, it doesn't seem to make any sort of difference no matter which car you play. Some races are more difficult, but they are towards the latter end of the game, which is fine. Most games, most races are a pushover with the AI. I think people will soon quickly pick this up and be able to beat it rather quickly. The fact that you have to beat every race in a series to unlock the next one feels very much a case of why not have this locked behind like completion like 50% or something. That's then like 60 and that's 75% on the previous one. Rather than doing 100% of everything. I don't know. Also, if you come third in every race, it doesn't matter. If you win every race, it doesn't matter either. So what's the point? There's no chime when you win or you come second or third in the races. I think that could be improved. And yeah, I think there's a fair few improvements to make. Personally, I think the developers should go and make a fair few improvements to this. Yeah, it's an indie game, so I can't give it too much criticism, but yeah, definitely a case of you pay £4 for it, you get £4 worth of game for it. So, yeah, you won't get a penny more or a penny less. But personally, I think if you were trying to sell this as some sort of big racing title, it would be an automatic no from me. As a guy who likes racing games, I'm not looking at this from a simulation perspective or an arcade perspective. I'm looking at it as a general game. It fits a lot more in the arcade style, 110% it fits in the arcade category. But I also think that it's very mobile friendly for the handling and everything. I think on a controller I was playing it, it felt fairly too easy. To be exact, I think 3+, that sort of thing. Very kid friendly. So kids can play on tablets and phones, which I think is really, really good. If that's the audience you're aiming for. And yeah, that's all I got to say. So, that's it. Cheers.